If you're anything like me, in your record collection, you're going to have vinyl which is 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, maybe even more. When's the last time you cleaned those records? I don't just mean give them a wipe over with a microfiber cloth or some crappy old carbon fiber brush like I've got hiding behind me there. A proper clean. I'm guilty of not cleaning my records, Your Honour, I'm afraid. I've got stuff in my record collection that I bought when I was 10, 11 years old, and I'm 55 now. And I've never, ever cleaned those records beyond a cursory dust over. And they've been played for years on the world's shittest record players with styluses made out of safety pins that are just a disgrace. So what have I done to them records? Have I ruined them? Are they beyond saving? Well, we could have a solution. Spin Clean is here to clean our vinyl for us. Been around since 1975 apparently, and today we're going to find out if it's up to the job. Inside your Spin Clean box you will find all the things you need. I've already opened the box and seen what's inside it, don't worry. First things first, you get the Spin Clean tank itself. You ain't going to lose that in a hurry, are you? Look at that. Fluorescent yellow. You're definitely not going to misplace it. This is the tank which contains all the fluids that you need to clean the records. Comes with a nice lid there as well. And inside the tank there, I'm not sure if you can see, I'll try and show you, but there are some little lines and marks there which show you the levels that the fluids need to go to. So depending on whether you're going to be cleaning a 45, a 12-inch record or a 10-inch record, there's different levels you can use in there. And you've also got these little kind of notches, which is where these little spools go, and they fit into the appropriate slots like that, so that when you're cleaning your record, it spins round in the tank appropriately. We'll see that in action shortly. And the bits that actually clean the record itself are these two felt pads. Now they kind of fit closely against each other like that inside the tank. And I'll tell you what I'll do. To avoid any confusion, we'll actually put them in there now. Have I got that the right way up? No, I've not. It's that way up. There we go. One slides in like that. And one slides in like that. There we go. And as you can see, they just kind of sit in there and push against each other like that. You will get some instructions. Obviously, we'll read those in great detail, won't we, and follow them to the letter. You get some Spin Clean washer fluid. There we go. Filled with lots of magic ingredients that you and I don't need to concern ourselves with. Now you put a specific measure of that into the tank along with distilled water. And it tells you in the instructions, because I have read them, that it needs to be distilled water because that's the purest kind of water you're going to get. If you're in the UK like me, finding distilled water is not that easy. I thought I could just pick this stuff up anywhere at my local car parts shop, you know, for car batteries, stuff like that. But it turns out these days you cannot. So if you're in the UK and you're going to use this, buy yourself some distilled water in advance, get it online somewhere. It's not that expensive and it'll make your life a lot easier. You can just use regular water, tap water, or some kind of reverse osmosis water if you like, but distilled water is what they recommend because it's the cleanest, and that's what we're going to use, okay? So the record that we're going to attempt to clean today is this elderly copy of Ooh La La by The Faces, which comes to us all the way from 1973, and I'm pretty confident this 10th hand piece of vinyl has never ever been cleaned properly before. Now, I'm going to attempt to video the record playing before and after I've cleaned it. I might not be able to do that because Facebook tends not to like that sort of thing, but I'm going to give it a go. If it doesn't work, I apologise. Take my word for it, I'm not going to lie to you because I'm just not the kind of guy. I'm going to get the tank filled up now, get all that done in advance so you don't have to watch me putting solutions into it because where's the fun in that? Bear in mind, when you put your distilled water in here, what you need to do is make sure that when you pour a couple of capsules of the solution into it, that they go over the top, there we go, over the top of these little bristles here. Pour them down there as per the instructions, which, as you know, we have read thoroughly. Let's go. Okay, so here's our first victim, our first record. This is a very elderly version of Ooh La La by The Faces. I'm not sure if you can see on there. It's not in too bad condition, you know. It's a little bit kind of grubby. There's a few marks on there. Quite a lot of dust and fingerprints and crap. So let's put it into the machine, give it a spin, and see what we get. So I find it normally works better. Put it in between the little felt slots there. There you go, just like that. With the label facing the right way up, and you know how many times around you've turned something by doing that, don't you? So you've got to give it 3 turns to the left, 3 turns to the right. Shall we see how we go? Let's do it. I apologise for any noises in the background. It's on a very wobbly table. And it makes a bit of a squeaky noise as it's going. Look at that. That's once. Oh, God. Twice. 3 times, in the words of the Commodores. And then we're going to go the other way as well, okay? Let's do it. I'm trying to touch the records just with the kind of edges of my hands there, you know, so it doesn't interfere with anything. Okay. Yeah. Wobbly tables and squeaky bits of plastic aside, let's see how we're getting on. You can see that there's plenty of coating going on there, isn't there? Plenty of fluid getting on it. Nothing seems to be getting missed out. That's good. It's getting all the way up to the edge of the grooves as well, all the way up to the label. I've lost count. Is that twice? Is that twice? No, no. Once more for good luck, just to be on the safe side. There we go. I think that's 3 times, possibly 4. Who cares? It's only going to make it cleaner, isn't it? Okay, so that's good. We then use one of these supplied little cloths, which is a kind of, you know, fibre-free, dust-free, all that sort of stuff, and lift the record out, just like that. Just like that. Sorry, Tommy. I like to let the fluid drip off there so it doesn't make too much of a mess. That's good. And then the idea is to just give the thing a bit of a wipe over, isn't it? So let's see what we can do. So there we go. Just use the cloth to wipe off as much excess fluid as I can there on that side of it. Give it a quick spin round. Find a fresh bit of cloth and do the same thing with the other side, like that. Now, this is also a lint-free towel I've got down here, so I'm going to put the vinyl on there and get my other cloth as well, just to be on the safe side. And I'm just going to give the whole thing a little wipe around in the direction of the grooves. Again, trying very hard not to touch the vinyl itself. Flip him over. Do the same on the other side. Now, according to Spin Clean themselves, you don't need to do any real air drying with these things. Just leave them alone for a minute or so and see what they look like. Now that doesn't look too bad, does it? Let's be honest. Yeah, let me see if I can show you that. What do you think? It certainly looks nice and clean, doesn't it? All the fingerprints have come off it. I can still see a little bit of fluid that's evaporating just down at the bottom there. You see? I'm not sure. There you go, it's pretty much gone. If we spin the record over, nice and carefully, see the other side. Same again, there's still a little bit of fluid evaporating on there, but I can see it disappearing now before our very eyes. Let's get a bit of a closer look at the vinyl, shall we? All we can. There we go. You know what? That doesn't look too bad at all, does it? I know it's kind of a bit tricky to see when someone's just showing you, you know, a dodgy video like this, but look. If I try and get some light reflecting on it, all the fingerprints have gone, all the dirty little marks have gone, all the kind of minor scratches and imperfections. Well, we'll find out when we play the record, won't we? But it certainly looks pretty darn good. Hold on a minute, take a look at this. I've just emptied the tank out and you can see now just how much horrible record filth there is in the bottom of that tank. Look at that. And like I say, that's about a dozen or so records. Now, Spin Clean say that when you're using the fluids, all that gunk is trapped in the fluid and sinks straight to the bottom. And you know what? Looking at that, I think they might be right. Ugh. Well, what do you think? Pretty impressive, eh? I know I cheated a little bit there by kind of having it all set up and having done a few records already, but I wanted to do that just to see how much crud came out of the records, and as you can see, there was a lot. I'm impressed. I hope that the videos I've tried to include here with the sound difference in them go through. I'm not holding out much hope, copyright strikes and all that, but trust me, they do sound an awful lot better. It's not perfect. It's not going to get rid of any minor scratches and imperfections like that, but any of the little kind of pops and clicks that you get because of just general shit and crap that's in the grooves are absolutely gone, you know? I'm highly impressed by that. I was thoroughly expecting it to be a complete waste of time, bit of a white elephant, something that got put in the cupboard with, you know, the Breville toasty maker and stuff like that and forgotten all about. But no, I'm going to use this regularly. It's a massive result for me, that. I'm really pleased. For what it's worth, I heartily recommend this product. No endorsements here, but Spin Clean, if you want to get in touch with me and give me something for nothing, I would very much appreciate it. I hope you found the video informative. If you've not, I'm sorry I've wasted your time. But if you have, and it's been useful for you, great stuff. Thank you for watching. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, all that kind of happy shit. Don't let the bastards grind you down, and we'll speak again soon, okay? Take it easy.